Good morning, everyone. My name is FKGS, and today we are going to be doing a podcast. So, let's roll in the intro. So, let's begin, shall we? So, with that amazing intro, which you must give 10 out of 10, let's start this podcast. I guess I'm going to name this podcast LPG Podcast. If For the people who don't know what LPG means, it's liquid liquid petroleum gas. I don't know why I named it LPG, but anyway, I thought it was a fitting name, so I just kept it like, who on earth is going to create an LPG podcast? Am I right? So first of all, let's get to the basics. What is a podcast? Well, quite frankly, I myself do not know what is a podcast. Like last time when I got diarrhea, like not diarrhea, typhoid. Just don't go to Google and search how typhoid comes. I myself don't know how I got typhoid, but don't search it up, okay? Yeah. And for the people who went and searched it up, great. Now you will be stuck with it forever. So yeah. So basically, I heard Marky Pillai's podcast and just realized that anyone can make a podcast. It's just talking about life events or something. I have lived a fulfilling life, so why not me? Am I right? Basically in this podcast, I don't have a script, I don't have a narrative, and I don't have a co-worker who is going to talk with me. So with that, you might understand my state. I'm just sitting on a wooden bench on a wooden floor with my legs hanging out in front of a camera. Is it better now? Does it make it any better? Well, I don't know what I'm talking about, and so do you, so let's just go back to the podcast. I just basically recommend this before you go to sleep, considering this is absolute trash that no one's going to listen to, and I probably assume it's the one view this thing is going to get is from our other devices, so yeah. No one's going to watch this. It's going to be 10 minutes of me talking about something. I literally don't have a script or anything. I'm just going solo, I guess. So yeah, my name is FKGS. I'm not going to reveal my name. You don't know me, okay? You just know my voice and my legs and my hands. So just wait a minute. I'm just going to go and grab myself a kerchief, and I have a slight cold, I guess. So yeah, until then, I'm going to let you witness the miracle of opening. What do you say? Come on, quickly come out. The agony. Come on. Yes, I got it out. This is a blade. You keep witnessing this blade while I go and... Come on, just why? I'm seriously going to go and get myself a kerchief. Just 1 minute, okay? Okay. So considering I'm back, let's just continue, okay? Like a podcast means you could just talk anything for about 1 hour or half an hour. But I know that my podcast is going to be trash, so I'm just going to do it the classic old way, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Okay, yeah. What can we talk about? Like, just comment down below anything you would like me to talk about. If the comment sections are turned off, I don't know how to turn them back on. I literally have zero idea of how to turn them back on. So yeah, I'm just going to grab some random thing so that you get entertained or something. This is not a review, by the way. You just look at this shiny thing. Shitio. Stio, Zitio, Zitiol, Senior. Does anyone know how to pronounce this? It's It's copyrighted. Can you see that C? Oh my God! The miracle, the C. Can you see the C? Of course you can. No one can miss the C, can they? So yeah, what should we talk about? Literally, the sun's good. Okay, so yeah, let's just talk about my dreams. I have a lot of dreams to talk about. Okay, so yeah, just close your eyes and lay down somewhere and just listen to my dreams. Once upon a time, long, long ago, there was a man with some legs and hands on a cement road. The man was normal until he laid down on the cement floor and stretched out his hands and started to run with them. He literally started to run with them in such a high speed that even dogs started to bark at him. And when another man came and saw him, he stopped in his tracks. But the moment he stopped, his momentum was still there. So he went and crash landed into a car. Well, quite frankly, nothing had happened to the car and the man slept. Yeah, I have very weird dreams for some reason. And this is an actual dream that I had. I was the man running on two of, like, think that this is a man, okay? I was just running like this, like at full speed, like, and then I just went and crashed into a car or something. So yeah, this is one of my popular dreams that I tell everyone. It's not once upon a time. I was just laying on the bed watching television when all of a sudden a red card fell on my lap. Yeah, literally a red card fell on my lap. I opened it and it was like, knock the wall. Don't know what it meant. It just read, knock the wall. I don't even know where this red card came from, and it just read, knock the wall. So considering that I had no other option instead of watching TV, and I was quite bored at that point, I don't know where my mother, father or brother were. I was just there watching TV. Then I knocked the wall. Then what might happen, you ask me? Well, the wall opened up like a door. Literally, the wall opened up like a door and led me into an alien world. You know that monster from Monsters vs. Aliens, the green color blob, like the Hotel Transylvania one? Well, it was the same thing but with one eyeball and was floating about 6 feet in the air. Yeah, I'm not so tall, so my head wasn't bumping with them, but it was 6 feet in the air. Like, I'm not sure of the measurement, but it was high, okay? And then I don't know, I just continued roaming. No one seemed to care that a human was roaming in their territory. They just went along their business. I went into a shopping mall of some kind, and then I came out, and then I found a small alleyway, just a tiny one, barely enough to fit me. I was just like crouching and moving into it. When I went inside it, I saw a small door. I opened that door, and when I looked inside, oh my God, what could I find there? There were just the same two, they were the same aliens, but they were two this time, and they both floating in the air. They both opened up a pack of dairy milk, and slept. They literally opened up a packet of dairy milk and slept. And considering the greediness I have, I just snuck into the room and stole the dairy milk. Just just guess what's going to happen next. My mother came to me in an angel costume and asked me, is it correct to steal from whatever those things are? And I was like, no. Then my mother said, go and keep them back. And I was like, okay, mom. And then I just went back and kept the dairy milk and came back to my mother. She offered me a red card and I just took that card. It read the same thing. See, I was just like, okay, mom, the thing that this is my mom, okay? I was just like, I kept this over here and I was like, okay, mom. And then my mother disappeared. She literally disappeared into thin air. And then it was like, knock the wall. So I knocked the alleyways wall. And just imagine where I will find myself. I was in Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but I found myself in Harry Potter. And hey, just a second for this awesome cloud. If you think this cloud needs friends, then consider hitting that subscribe button. Anyway, so yeah, I hope that you are better than me and didn't leave this video unsubscribed. So yeah, continuing, I don't know what happened then. Was I found myself in Harry Potter. There was this huge tower, like this Big Ben tower. Do you call it Big Ben or Big Bang? I forgot. What do you call the tower, the clock tower in London? The giant one with a clock on its face. I think you call it the Big Ben or something. Yeah. A guy was, I don't know how my eyes got so sharp, but I was able to see a guy on the Big Ben cleaning it. Like, you know those giant clock, like they move they move up and down to show the time. He was just scrubbing them when all of a sudden another guy came and pushed him off the ledge, like just pushed him off Big Ben. And considering the monument is so high, he fell to his death. And the other guy standing on the Big Ben started to fly. And there was this awesome purple color lightning falling everywhere, and for some reason the camera angle shifted immediately like this, and there was this woman who got into her car, and then this guy was floating in the air. He saw the girl and shot lightning at her car. The lightning ruined her car and she was trapped there forever, and the guy just started raining purple color lightning on every single person visible. And I was just crouching under a pole or something, almost like this, okay? I was just over here crouching, waiting for lightning to kill me, but I found a red color card, and without wasting any time I just knocked the wall. And kablam kabloom, out of thin air I went into my classroom. Yeah, I have pretty wacky dreams, considering that I went to an alien world and into Harry Potter and then to my classroom. Well, it quite wasn't my classroom. All the classrooms in our school are just the same, but little children, third or first graders, were studying, okay? The teacher was just the animals are going to roar at you, and bananas are meant to be eaten by monkeys, and just like that. The teacher was teaching something, okay? And then all of a sudden the boy next, I was sitting on this type of bench, okay? I was sitting on this type of bench, and a boy next to me just gave me a red color card. I knew what there was, but I still opened it and read it because the teacher's class was quite boring. Knock the wall, and I knocked the wall, but this time I just didn't teleport into that thing. The wall just creaked slowly, like very slowly, like I mean just slowly. So yeah, the wall was moving quite slowly. I just peeked my head through it, like just like this, like peek. Can you see that? I just peeked my head into it, and then I saw a small Egyptian doll. Like the pharaohs. The pharaohs have like those things on their heads, right? I don't know what you call them. They have this kind of weird thing on their head. Don't know what you call them, but it was that type of doll, and it was just slowly moving the thing. Okay, considering that I was that impatient man, I just pushed the door, like I pushed the door, and the door opened, and like when I pushed the door, there was like this weird string mechanism which was which got triggered, and the doll was slowly closing the door, and I was just like, okay, fine, and I just kicked the door open. I just kicked it open, and then I saw a bunch of stuffed animals inside glass cages, and then a gorilla screaming, like all sorts of animals, and like all, I mean snakes, squirrels, lizards, gorillas, monkeys, dinosaurs, etc. And then I just heard this giant gorilla roar. Okay, the entire class and me and I got scared, and we just ran out of the classroom. um, and then and I was this brave knight. I imagined myself as this brave knight, and just went into the classroom to see what happened. And the stuffed animals came to life, and that gorilla I mentioned, it was alive, and it was chasing me down the corridor. Like it was literally like, oh my god, the gorilla's going to catch me. Temple Run, exactly like Temple Run. It was exactly like Temple Run. So yeah, and then my mother woke me up from the dream. Yeah, I just literally got woken up from the amazing dream of me chasing gorillas chasing me, and with this awesome shot of this plant. Goodbye.